denied the charges of land grabbing in several districts of Karnataka. There is fresh evidence that shows that the Waqf board's name was inserted in revenue records overnight. Now, farmers have alleged a big conspiracy to register their land overnight in the name of the Waqf board ahead of the Waqf amendment bill. Now, according to the Bharatiya Janata Party, the revenue records show that the Waqf board's name was inserted in land records in the last several weeks. Now, land records were changed without giving notices to farmers in several of these cases.
Joining with me is farmer leader who is also giving documents of the Bableshwar Taluk where this incident happened. Sir, ये बताइए कि क्या डिटेल्स है और कैसे हुआ है?
सर, बीजापुर जिला में टोटली 13 तालुक आता है सर, 13 तालुक आता है। उसमें 2 तालुक में नोटिस दिया है फार्मर को, बाकी नोटिस नहीं दिया है, डायरेक्ट फार्मर उतारे में डाल छोड़ा है। इसके वजह में सम फार्मर्स को प्रॉब्लम हुआ है। इसके लिए हम टोटली 1 मंथ से टोटल प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं। ये कल ये हमारा थोड़ा बहुत बड़ा प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं। ये दीपावली है ना, हम टोटली फार्मर्स दीपावली नहीं कर रहे। इसके वजह में कराड़ा दीपावली करके इधर डीसी ऑफिस में हमारा चीफ मिनिस्टर है सिद्धरामैया और वक्त सचिव जमीर अहमद खान का फोटो रख के उसके सामने हमें दीपा ये कर रहे हैं सर, लाइट लगा रहे।
So what are the farmers claiming? The farmers say that there was no notice nor hearing, as records show that Waqf board's name made it to the column number 11 of the RTC mutations. Now the BJP has latched on to this. They are alleging that without notice or any hearing, the Waqf board name makes it to column number 11 of the RTC just 2 days after Karnataka Minority Affairs Minister Zamir Ahmed Khan's meeting with officials.
ಮುಟೇಷನ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ 11ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 41 ಎಕರೆ, ಕಾಪಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ, 41 ಎಕರೆ. ಈ 41 ಸರ್ವೆ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್, ಸಾರಿ 41 ಸರ್ವೆ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿ ತಹಶೀಲ್ದಾರು ವಿತೌಟ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್, ಇಂಡಿ ತಹಶೀಲ್ದಾರು ವಿತೌಟ್ ನೋಟಿಸು ಆ 41 ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ಗೆ ವಿತೌಟ್ ನೋಟಿಸು ಇವತ್ತು ದಿವಸ ಇಂಡೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರು? ಇಂಡಿ ತಹಶೀಲ್ದಾರ್. ಅದನ್ನ ಈಗ ಸೋಮೋಟೋ AC ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ.
After Bharatiya Janata Party has taken this issue seriously, now MB Patil is trying to, create more and more confusion. The Congress party is trying to play its dirty game in this issue also. It's mainly because the Congress party, Congress government, they always believe in appeasement politics. Whereas Bharatiya Janata Party, our intentions are pretty clear. We are with farmers. We will completely stand by the farmers issue. So question of hand over the land to the works will not arise at all.
Nobody is knowing what is happening in the Karnataka state. I don't know how this government is functioning. Suppose if they ask this Vidhan Sauda belong to Waqf Wasti, shall you give it to the Waqf board? It's very injustice is going in the Karnataka state, particularly on Hinduism, particularly on Hindu religion, particularly on Hindu temple, particularly on Hindus. It is very worst system.
Deepak is joining us live. Deepak, please put this into context for our viewers because the allegation is very severe. What we are getting to understand is that overnight some changes were made to land records to insert 44 properties over a period of 21 days to show that these are Waqf properties. How did this happen? What is the allegation? What are the changes made? What is the process and what is the action that has now been taken?
Well, definitely when, you have this entire issue blow up, this particular information that has now emerged, that about 44 survey numbers where, documents, where the RTC, names have been changed to Waqf property, this without being, notices being issued to the people, of course, who are right now in possession or ownership of the land, and column 11, these changes have been made. Now, at this point in time, the government has responded. We've had, a conversation with some of the officials there in Vijayapura. The minister in charge as well has also clarified that it was a mistake that was done by the Tehsildar, who, without issuing notices, has made changes in the, records. The question here is, under what pressure did he make these changes without issuing notices? If it is a mistake that the government is accepting at this point in time, how soon will it be rectified? Now, while of course they are saying it's going to be rectified, if this was not highlighted, whether the farmers would have to continue to suffer, and are there more instances like this? These are the kind of questions that come up. Meanwhile, the opposition, the BJP here, is saying this was done primarily on the behest of the Minister for Waqf, who went there, had a Waqf Adalat, pressurized some of the officials to start taking, action. And at that point in time, under that pressure, without notices being issued as well, land records were being changed. Up until now, we saw ministers clarifying that if notices are issued, the farmers don't have to worry, because if they have land ownership, documents, nothing is going to happen to the land. But now, with these sort of instances coming in from India and other village, where about 44 survey numbers, no notices have been served at all, and the RTCs have been changed.
Right.
That definitely is appalling and has put the government in a spot of bother. In the cabinet, it has been decided that the Minister for Revenue, Minister for Waqf, and the district in charge minister will all try and firefight this issue, which has been raked up quite heavily by the BJP, and they're addressing a press conference.
So there is an admission on the part of the state, Deepak, that yes, what happened possibly shouldn't have happened, but there is no onus. Like, say, if there is an admission, who takes accountability? There were changes made, the issue has been highlighted, farmer delegations are meeting politicians, and now the state is forced to admit that what happened was possibly wrong. So who is accountable for what happened?
Absolutely. And, with this admission that is coming to the fore, well, initially there was an admission, well, notices have been issued, it was wrongly, issued, was the clarification that came in from the government. Now, the question here is, you have about over 1,000 acres that you're talking about, and you come out and say, well, notices were issued wrongly. Now you say, well, notices were not issued, and, RTC was changed, and this also was done wrongly.
Right.
The question here is, why are these officials continuing to do these things? And, while it is putting the government in a spot of bother, bringing them embarrassment, and also giving ammunition to the BJP.
So under whose pressure are officials doing what they're doing? Because here, the land that we are talking about belongs to the farmers. And if poor farmers are literally having to take their plea to political delegations for justice, just understand the kind of implications the entire Waqf case can have. Thank you so much, Deepak, for getting us the details of those documents. We'll be tracking that story closely. Let's shift our focus now to the state of Maharashtra.